soul. Billy Edwards.
Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. Fakes to grab. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Reads it, fires complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's Williams. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
The give is to Miller. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
You've you've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense.
Touchdown, Bama! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looking for blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Swings it out to his running back. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Badgers line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Miller with the ball. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind
What's
of
up?
success on 1st down running the football, it
Yes,
just opens
sir.
up your entire playbook moving forward.
Leaves it with the back. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock.
Oh,
and
my God.
Some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
Offense changing the play. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He'll pull it down.
Oh, I should have stayed in.
Running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds. 3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the 1st. Good timing on the quick out. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
From the gun, the ground game. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Lining up to add another. And the
domination.
Tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors.
You think you know me?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Northwestern is just getting blown off the field right now, and it may continue to get worse before it gets better. If it gets better. What a shocker today in Evanston. They're trailing by 14 to Oregon. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
And the Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running.
Great first quarter.
So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They came out and jumped on them early in
Great
the first
quarter.
Look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. On the option.
What the fuck was that?
And that might have been a bad
Shit ain't
read
gonna
as
fucking
the
work,
defense
brother.
Just swarms all over the pitch man. The Badgers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away.
God, still ain't fucking made the change.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Trying to beat
What
the D deep.
the fuck?
Ball is hauled in inside the 35. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly, and receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
Fires to the middle.
Fuck.
Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
What the fuck are you talking about? Shut the fuck up, bitch.
On 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback adapted. He's in open space.
Don't fuck with Ty.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down.
Dot.
Touchdown time. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the
No,
football.
come on,
This
South
could
Alabama.
not be better here in the first half for the home team.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Power football with the run. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. And the Badgers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Edwards. Got a man, it's Dupree. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. The Badgers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Makes the catch. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a 1st down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Anthony. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the 1st.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you hear it all the time. Coaches talk about it. Don't throw across your body. Don't throw across your body. These guys nowadays, they do it more and more because they're more athletic and they can change their arm angles all the time. But right there, it was an incompletion. It was an interception. So you might get like a little bit of a yell from the coaches, but nothing too big.
Caught over the middle. It's Mason. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now facing a 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield. It's Edwards. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Really nice job there of the quarterback reading coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
With the run on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Beam I heard again, bro.
On that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Wisconsin. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
You know, this guy's had a big role in this. This year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Hell of a drive by them.
They're now down 21-7.
Notre Dame losing.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. He is having a day. Already visited the end zone 3 times, and he might get back there again soon, David.
I mean, just crazy. He's getting open. They haven't had an answer for him. You think at some point you go, all right, he's not going to beat me anymore, but the defense continues to give up yards, and he is like, yes, please.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Going deep. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Punt is in the air. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Edwards. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Ballard. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Catch in the middle. It's Ballard. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Badgers will punt this one away. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Horton. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here comes the heat. That's caught. It's Miller. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Alabama!
Holy fuck.
And found 6 points waiting on them.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
He'll try to tack on one more. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anthony. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Catch in the middle. It's Dupree. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. To the air, it's Edwards. And the defense wraps up the first half by taking it to the quarterback and getting the sack.
Hell yeah.
Now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Why are they pumping up, bro? Y'all better get the fuck off the field.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Badgers are on the move. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Oh, better look out. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half and get this run game established.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Badgers! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Finds his man, it's Bernard. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside and out wide receiver. You get in his hands quick. He can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. They'll toss it to the left. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Might be changing the route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Bernard. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go. To the run. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Turning on the Jets. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
The give is to Miller. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Grabbed behind the line, it's Miller. Touchdown, Bama! And they take it in for 6 more points. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
Defense is about getting the guy on the ground, holding on for dear life. It's hard, I know, with so much speed on the outside, but you got to get that guy on the ground. When you miss one tackle, next thing you know, all that...
There he goes! Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Last completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route run. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
Here's the handoff. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
It's so nice to have these big... playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. To make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but man, he probably wanted to at least save a few yards in field position. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking for space. It's Young. At midfield, he's got room. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Simpson. Gets open down the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And this is a situation this offense trains for. Having the lead late in the game, running the ball to ice it. They're just bleeding seconds off the clock. It's been a beautiful drive so far. And the defense, even though they know they're going to run it, they just can't stop it.
And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
And this drive feels like it's just gone on forever, right? The clock is just ticking away. The defense is aware of that. It's got to be frustrating because...
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Kentucky is comfortably ahead on the scoreboard right now. Frankly, the kind of lead we're used to seeing inside Rupp Arena with the Cats. They're up by 20
I woke up like 3.
over Eastern Michigan.
Hell, I went to sleep at like,
if anything changes in this exciting college
I don't
football
know, like
matchup.
Thanks for the
6.
update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Finds his way ahead for 6 and a little breathing room to the 17. The Badgers can really attack on this 2nd and short.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
They're facing a 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Edwards. He's taking the shot.
God dang it,
He's
dude.
got it on the left. Running free. It's a seam lock. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Badgers.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Gets it past the marker. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Bernard. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Wide open spaces. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got it behind the line. It's Bernard. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
The give out of the gun. Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. The give on the option. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Trying to run, it's Hill. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown Tide. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. And the Badgers want to move quickly.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. He's got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
To the air, it's Edwards. Pressure coming. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like, you could just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake, but this game is well in hand.
It's Young. He has the first and still on his feet. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. They'll take a knee as they keep draining the time off that clock, now under a minute to go. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offenses has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses, and man, we saw that here tonight.
That will put the wrap on things from here for David Pollack and Jess.